That was awesome. Thank you, CHS Jazz Band. Have a seat, everyone. Good evening. What a great night we have in store for you tonight. I promise you, tonight will be unlike any graduation you've ever been to before. That I promise you. So fasten your seatbelts, you're in for quite a ride. Parents, staff, family, and friends, I introduce to you the class of 2019. Tonight, we're here to celebrate and award diplomas to this amazing group of young people. Before we begin, I would like to welcome some of our distinguished guests. From the Ann Arbor Public Schools Board of Education, we have Harmony Mitchell, President. If you'll stand and wave so everyone can see you. And we have additional trustees, Rebecca Lazarus, Susan Basquette, and Jessica Kelly. Please all stand. Thank you for being here. We also have a few members here from the Ann Arbor Public Schools Central Administration and the Executive Cabinet. When I call your name, if I've seen you, please stand and we'll applaud for you at the end. We obviously have Dr. Swift, Superintendent, up here on stage with me. Please stand. We also have Executive Director for High School Education, Paul DeAngelis, right here. And it looks like they're sitting in order, because in front of him we have the Executive Director for Physical Properties, Emil Lauzana. And the Chief Financial Officer for our district, Amanda Matheson. I don't think anyone else snuck in while we were doing that, but we do appreciate all that you do, and we appreciate you being here. You don't all know, but they come to all of these graduations, so it's pretty impressive. Thank you for being here. I also want to make certain that I always honor and introduce any past or present community high deans who've joined us. Of course, we have our fabulous Assistant Dean, Rebecca Westrate. And I'd just like to check if we have any past deans with us. Every once in a while, someone comes along and surprises us, and we want to be certain that we recognize you. All right, so Board of Education, parents, staff, family, and friends, I'm excited to be here tonight to present to you this wonderful class. So, for the class of 2019, there are many people here in this room that care for you, who've invested a lot of time and effort to help get you where you are today. So before we go forward, I'm going to have you please stand, and I want you to turn around and face your parents. Try to make eye contact with them. Stand up, turn around and try to make eye contact. Find where your parents are sitting, all right? Here's what I want you to do. Now parents, this is their turn to thank you, because you guys have done a lot to get them here as well. So, community high students, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a nice coordinated thank you in a way that they will know that you mean it. So on the count of 3, I want the largest, biggest thank you. Are you ready? And I mean big. You ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, before you sit, spin and face your teachers. Spin and face your teachers over there. All right, it is your turn to thank them. We all know that they had a part in you getting here as well. Let's do that same lovely coordinated thank you for the staff at Community High School. A big one on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right, you guys get to sit down now. I do also want to make certain that we especially recognize our support staff that do so much behind the scenes to help our students, but they also help the rest of staff members. so that we can be helping students. Please stand when I call your name, and I'm going to ask you to hold your applause, and we'll recognize them all together. We have our teaching assistants, Kim Tyranapur, Michael Strugala, Karen Moorhead, please stand as your name is called, don't be shy, Bo Bagdapur, and Lamar Ashford. We also have our amazing office professionals. Please stand when I call your name to be recognized so we can applaud you all at the end. In the CR and records office, we have Katie Sanderson. In the main office and library, we have our attendance and book secretary and clerk, Nikki Wright, who's probably sitting with her family because she is a graduate. Secretary to the dean and secretary in the main office, Jefferson Billsborough. And in the counseling office, we have Gretchen Eby, who is also the wizard behind these events tonight. So I don't even know where Gretchen is sitting right now. Where's Gretchen? There she is. All right. Thank you to all of them. We all know these are the folks who really keep the wheels on the bus at Community High School, and they help us every day to support students and staff. We really, really couldn't do it without you. Will the teaching faculty please rise for a moment? Students and families, please help me in thanking this amazing staff. The cool thing is, you guys notice I didn't even have to tell them to thank you, and they just burst into applause because we are so thankful for all of our amazing teaching staff, for inspiring our students to do their best and challenging them to reach their highest potential. We do appreciate it immensely. And lastly, there's a few members of our CHS family who are wrapping up their legacy of service to the Ann Arbor Public Schools this year in various different ways, and I would like them to stand when I call their name so that we can recognize them and thank them properly for all of their years of dedication and service. First of all, is Margot Shapiro here this evening? She's not. Margot Shapiro is an amazing, witty, delightful, devoted team member who's been a speech and language pathologist in the Ann Arbor Public Schools for 17 years. 10 of which at Community, and you cannot find somebody who is more calm and dedicated, and we just love to have her around, and we are definitely wishing her the best in her next steps, and we thank her for her 17 years of service to the Ann Arbor Public Schools. Thank you, Margot. Is Ann Wright here this evening? Ann, please stand. So Ann Wright, this is a unique retirement because Ann Wright has taught a community resource class as a volunteer at Community High School for the last 11 years. She has taught a class during the school day to a group of students who are interested in practical skills in psychology. She's made them feel inspired, welcomed, a part of it, and you have to recognize that this is a full semester she has done every single year for 11 years. And even though you are not a paid employee of the Ann Arbor Public School, you are a part of our heart, and we couldn't have done it without you, and we want to thank you for your 11 years of service to Ann Arbor. Is Bryce O'Neill here this evening? So Bryce is another unique guy here. He has started out as a parent, did a lot of volunteering on our school improvement team, and got involved in the theater, and has decided to retire from CHS Community Ensemble Theater Tech Director position after 9 years and 27 shows at Community High School. And we all know, you talk about what goes on behind the scenes and to make things work, what he has done and dedicated his time, and honestly his whole family. On most nights, Bryce would be there, his wife, sometimes one daughter, sometimes two, always there, giving their best, and we want to thank him and honor him for his 9 years of service to our theater program at Community High School. Thank you, Bryce. Cherie Charbonneau, are you here? Cherie. So Cherie, I was trying to do the math because you have worked, I know, at Community since, I think, 2001 in the position as testing coordinator. And I remember that vividly because Cherie has worn many, many hats, but the one thing that's been consistent is she makes certain that everyone is ready to take the SAT, the PSAT, the ACT, the MEP, whatever it has been over the years. She has crossed every single T and dotted every single I, and I know nobody in the state of Michigan goes after and makes certain that our kids get the accommodations they need when it comes time to testing, and to make certain that our kids have the best environment and have everything organized. And in the middle of this year, she realized it was time for her to move on, and although that was in the middle of the year, I'm so glad you came back to celebrate with us because you gave so much to us, and I want to thank you for your near 20 years of Ann Arbor Public Schools. The other one I want to thank tonight, who is not going to be with us next year, is Elena Flores. And she was with us here in the Ann Arbor Public Schools for 28 years as an amazing, inspiring art teacher. She touched many of our lives. I know she has many Forum kids here, and it wouldn't be right to also be here on this night and thank people for their years of service without thinking about Elena. And I know that we have this lovely picture of her on the communicator, thanks to Isabel. You're out here somewhere. Yerkes did this great article on the communicator staff. But Elena brought joy, dedication, kindness, passion. Her students were her life. She loved it here. She loved every moment here, and she gave it all to us, and we are forever grateful to Elena and her 28 years to us. So thank you, Elena. So now I have a few words for our graduates. All right? So class of 2019, first of all, I'm proud of you. Thank you coming for Community. I really say that from the bottom of my heart. I know you all have choices, and I'm really thankful that you chose to come to Community High School and share with us your talents, your personalities, your caring nature, and you did that all with us here at Community High School. I've enjoyed watching you guys grow up into these amazing human beings that you have become, and I've enjoyed learning and growing along with you. We sure hope we've prepared you for a happy, successful, and fulfilling life. And please remember that you get to define what it means to be successful. And I hope that you find ways to be happy and feel fulfilled even when not everything goes your way. Obviously, we hope that you have learned the content that we were all trained to share with you. But I know for most of us, we hope even more that you have learned how to learn, how to complete something that was really hard at first or seemed difficult, how to work hard, to ask questions, to ask for help, to give help, to put in that extra time, to fail. Yes, I said that right, to fail and fail again, and learn from those failures and help cushion the failures of others. We don't know everything about the world for which we're preparing you for. Honestly, truth is that it's changing at lightning speed. But our hope is that we've taught you how to learn, how to adapt to the changing world, and that you can change the world around you while always remaining true to yourself, taking care of yourself, and also taking care of those around you. If you think about what Community High means to us, I think you'll realize how much you've added to who we are and have continued to make us a better place. At Community, we believe in learning from the community and giving back to the community and being a part of a community. And you all have done this over the past 4 years. I always say that everyone who comes into Community, they can't help but have a little bit of an effect. And we rub off on you, but you also rub off on us a little bit too. And that's why each person who comes through the doors of community high school, you basically change, you impact community high school by your presence in some way, by how you've interacted with teachers and students that are here. And that's how we continue to keep getting better and better, is because of what you've given us as well. Each person walks in and you bring an idea, a kindness, a new perspective, and sometimes just a spork. But we're also grateful for what you teach all of us each year. You make us better, and you keep inspiring us to do more. So what makes community high school so special? Each of you. You get out of it what you put into it, and you have all put in so much. Keep putting that effort into the world, and it will give back. Take time to care about each other, always strive to be the best, and recognize the importance of failure in getting to those successes. So in many ways, community high school also formed me as a teacher and an administrator, just like community high school formed you. I came here basically fresh out of college 23 years ago, and I've done a lot of growing here at community high school as well. And during that first year, my first year of teaching, I was given a poem by a really good friend of mine when I was sharing with him how stressed I was at being a first-year teacher. It ended up being a very grounding poem that I still read really often. In fact, I used to give this poem to each graduate in my forum over the 18 years that I was a forum leader. I no longer have a forum to share this with, but I do make each graduating class my honorary forum for the year, as I run along behind you and check your progress towards graduation and ensure that you have what you need to be successful and prepared for your next step after high school. Therefore, as my honorary forumettes, I'm sharing this poem with you. I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Station by Robert Hastings. Tucked away in our subconscious is an idyllic vision. We see ourselves on a long trip that spans the continent. We are traveling by train. Out of the windows, we drink in the passing scene of cars on nearby highways, of children waving at a crossing, of cattle grazing on a distant hillside, of smoke pouring from a power plant, of row upon row of corn and wheat, of city skylines and village halls. But utmost in our mind is that final destination. On a certain day, at a certain hour, we will pull into the station. Bands will be playing, flags will be waving, and once we get there, so many wonderful dreams will come true, and the pieces of our lives will fit together like a completed jigsaw puzzle. How restlessly we pace the aisles, damning the minutes for loitering, waiting for the station. When we reach the station, that will be it, we cry. When I buy a new Mercedes-Benz, when I've paid off the mortgage, when I get a promotion, when I reach the age of retirement, I shall live happily ever after. Sooner or later, we must realize there is no station. No one place to arrive at once and for all. The true joy of life is the trip. The station is only a dream. It constantly outdistances us. Relish the moment is a good motto, especially when coupled with Psalm 55. This is the day the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It isn't the burdens of today that drive men mad. It's the regrets over yesterday and the fear of tomorrow. Regret and fear are the twin thieves who rob us of today. So stop pacing the aisles and counting the miles. Instead, climb more mountains, eat more ice cream, go barefoot more often, swim more rivers, watch more sunsets, laugh more, cry less. Life must be lived as we go along. The station will come soon enough. To the class of 2019, I wish you an incredible journey. A journey of caring for each other in the world, a journey that is meaningful, a journey that is joyous, a journey that provides others to care for you when life presents not so joyous times. A journey where you continue to crave lifelong learning, a journey where you're challenged and excited, and a journey that allows you to be the best possible you in the world. We are all so proud of you and totally amazed by you, and we care for you. You are ready for this journey. One of my favorite quotes is actually from a past graduate, and here was her quote: "Boats are safest in the harbor, but that's not what boats are built for." So I get it is time to kick you out of this harbor. Congratulations, class of 2019. Enjoy the trip. I now would like to introduce to you Dr. Janice Kerr-Swift, Superintendent, to address us. Welcome.
Well, good evening, community. How are you? It's a great evening in the Ann Arbor Public Schools as we join together to honor you, graduates, at this community high school commencement ceremony, class of 2019. You're looking very good tonight. And what an immense pleasure to join together with our amazing community high staff, teachers, administrators, with your parents and family and friends, and with our Ann Arbor community. In the presence of the Board of Education, we are here to publicly celebrate and honor each of you on this very special graduation day. Indeed, you are a beautiful and brilliant sight. In celebrating each of you this evening, I want you to know that we honor your individual stories. I especially appreciate that that's what community is all about. We see you, we hear you, your important voices. We recognize that you've overcome challenges, and we honor the unique journey that has brought each of you to this beautiful evening and this milestone achievement. And this is a pivot evening as we both look back and look ahead. As we look around us in the world today, and your phones may have been buzzing as you came into the ceremony, we are constantly reminded with an ever-streaming flow of disturbing and sometimes even shocking headlines that we face immense challenges in our world just now. And community graduates, it is as true tonight as it has ever been. Our world needs you. We need you. We need your passion, your brilliance, your energy, your talent, and your vision. In celebrating you, we recognize that you will fill a place and you will make a difference. Barack Obama said it this way: change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Yeah. He also said, we did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. As you emerge, community grads, from the care of this amazing community staff, you come from a powerful place, community high school and the Ann Arbor Public Schools. I share with you this evening, graduates of 2019, you are the ones we've been waiting for, and you have absolutely everything it takes to shape your future and to shape our future. We are so immensely proud of you and of the profound and positive difference you will make and the notable achievements you will realize. And so it is at this time, I have to say this next sentence or you're not officially graduated, okay? All right, here we go. And so it is at this time, on behalf of the Board of Education, that I formally accept the class of 2019 as having fulfilled all the requirements and obligations necessary to graduate from the Ann Arbor Public Schools, and I hereby authorize the awarding of the diplomas. Congratulations and best wishes, Community High School, class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swift. That was awesome and inspiring. We have the next phase here where we get to present a few special awards. Dean Rebecca is going to come up and join me, and we're going to share in this together. And Brian and Amy, this is a team effort here. We ready? All right.
All right, our first award tonight is the Rick Burgess Music Scholarship that celebrates the life of Rick Burgess, who passed away in March of 2009. He left his mark on the local and national jazz scene, both as a jazz pianist and as a restaurant club owner. For decades, Rick successfully shared his passion with the community by creating a live stage for jazz musicians of any genre, including many young talents from local high schools. He is survived by his wife, Karen, who serves as a member of the selection committee. So tonight we would like to honor, and will he please come up on stage, Eris Shallon, who's been honored with this award.
You should come over for the picture too. The Jill Award is given to students who contribute to making Community High a happier place. The award is named for Jill Donnellan, who brought a happy and generous spirit to students and staff for many years in the Individualized Learning Center, as we call it the ILC. The fund was established by Tom and Ann Schreiber and continues to be funded by her friends and admirers of Community High. The fund is managed by the Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation. Please, thank you to Batul Asian for making Community High a happier place.
The next award is a Community High Award coming from the Community Resources Department. It is the department's highest award and honors students who utilize the CR program to its fullest. The Community Resource Program is a way for students to pursue areas of personal interest by accessing experts in this amazing community. The award was given in honor of many volunteer instructors who make this program possible. Congratulations to Sam Selesky and Julia Ammer.
Our next award is the Nathan Lindell Hall Memorial Scholarship. And this honors a community high graduate who died in a swimming accident shortly after graduation in 2000. His memorable, no regrets graduation speech spoke of an active and involved life in academic, community service, and athletic pursuits. The fund was established by Nate's parents and is managed by the Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation. This year's winner is Mira Symington Chow. Mira, come on up. Where is she? Oh, but she has more. Is she here? She's rowing. This is what happens when people do these amazing things and they're not here to get their award, right? So we got to hold it up for a picture here. Where's her award? This is so when she watches this on TV later, she can see her award. All right, go Mira! Woo!
The next award is the Suzanne Ruth Springer Award, and it was established by her son, David Ufer, who saw his mother as an inspirational teacher. This award honors a graduating senior who not only excels in writing, but also encourages and inspires fellow writers. The English department presents this award to one graduating senior. Congratulations to Aviva Sats Kojit.
She's in my forum. This one's you too.
All right. The next award is an award from someone we know, and it is the Judith DeWaskin Writing Award. And it was established in 2013 by Dr. Roger Lauer, founder of the Center for Neuropsychology, Learning, and Development, and is co-sponsored by Ruth Moscow Cohen, MSW, through the Moscow Philanthropic Fund. Sorry. This scholarship honors excellence in creative, analytical, or journalistic writing here at Community High School. The English department also presents this award to one graduating seniors. This year's award goes to Nicole Tooley.
The Dean Al Gallup Scholarship has been established in recognition of outstanding service to Community High School. Dean Al Gallup is a scholar, and this award goes to exemplify a student who throughout their years at Community High have worked to create programs or lead projects that have bettered the school community as a whole. Someone who truly represents this level of leadership and who we honor here tonight is Andrea Schnell. The last award we have this evening is the Bruce Bartman Memorial Scholarship. It is Community High School's oldest and most prestigious award. It is awarded to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the ideals of Community High School by being a full participant in our alternative program, by contributing to the betterment of the school community. Bruce was a member of Community High's first graduating class who died in a climbing accident just after graduation. The scholarship was established by his father, the late Dr. Fred Bartman, and is managed by the Ann Arbor Community Foundation. Please join me in congratulating the 2019 Bartman winner, Emma Hoffman. At this point, we get to turn this show over to these lovely folks here. Give it up for our counselors, Brian and Amy.
No announcements needed here.
Hey, you guys having a good time tonight? Yeah, I thought so. Who wants to graduate, huh? That probably sounds pretty good to you right now. And you know what else is gonna sound good? Is you. We're gonna have you sing this next one with us. We'll do the chorus starting with the Oh Baby. I'll count you in. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Say I love you. Now back to your heart. Let you go, baby.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back to your heart? Oh, darling, I was right to let you go. Now since I see you in his arms.
I want that.
The Community High Jazz Program and Brian on the drums.
Hi guys. So I'm Andy. So some context for this poem, which you all probably already know, is Communicator is like the newspaper magazine at Community, and then at the end of every year there's like a senior edition which has like all the seniors on it, and it's like kind of about that, like about all the seniors, and it's like cool. So I guess it's like Ode to Senior Edition if it was to have a title. Okay. My face is on the cover of the Communicator for the first time, and all my classmates' faces are lined up right next to mine. I've seen this kind of arrangement before. Everyone photographed alone, slipped together onto one page like a literal and metaphorical collage. With the magazine fresh in my hand, I turned into prepackaged nostalgia. I'm my own grandmother, ready to talk at length about what's past or about what's about to be past. How do I know when I've actually left? I mean, I've seen Senior Edition like every year, but it's different when it's your face. I mean, I've been practicing for this kind of goodbye all my life. This kind of lying in bed while my alarm clock goes off. This kind of leisurely lunch in the art room, risking being late to calculus sometimes, sorry, Amnesia, if it means I can just sit with my friends for another moment. Jazz music painting the first floor every morning. The mural of a broken column in the stairwell. A walk through the Wednesday's farmer's market for the last time. And yeah, now all I can carry are the days I used to have. And yeah, I think school starts too early. But for one stretch of December, it's the right time. Walking into school when the sky seems just on the cusp of beginning. Is there a word for the feeling of seeing an old building in the sunrise? Oh, the born sun's never-ending desire to make everything look different. The shadows pink, the windows watery, the world looks softer and not quite there. Oh, that disguised recognition. Looking back kind of feels like that. Last night, I walked through Carytown while the sky was almost ending. I mean, the sun was almost setting, and for the first time, I saw the school I used to go to. So easy to still remember every curve and corner of those hallways. So hard not to continue to recognize them in the same way. Not see every chipping mural and empty soap dispenser as mine, as ours, or even as somebody else's, as long as I still know them. But it's been too long since I've walked into a room for the first time. I lean into all this comfort and it becomes a part of me. So my favorite conversations under my skin, wear familiarity like a red cloak. I think I've forgotten what it feels like to be lost. And my face is on the cover of the Communicator for the last time. It looks different than how I'd always imagined it would. Thank you.
So it's time. Here we go. It's my pleasure to bring up our very first forum of graduates this evening, the Forum of Manisha Mankad. Graduating with the Manisha Forum, Nicholas Graf-Sorian, Jonah Gutenberg, Joshua Martins Caulfield, Robert Morton, Kate Parr, Carter Phillips, and Andy Tappenden.
I have the honor and privilege of presenting these amazing graduates of the Mankad Forum. Here's Nick Graf-Sorian.
Hi, friends. 7 years ago, I remember watching my brother graduate between the heads of people in front of me. You'll have to realize that I was only as tall as many of you are now. Students whooped and hollered as he and his friend performed a song, and I decided then that I would go to community and be just like my brother. But from day one, watching the seniors in my forum, to my last field day, rallying the freshmen for inevitable doom in the tug of war. This school and the wonderful people who walk it ensured that I would never be just like my brother, but instead my own breed of tall, wacky tree. And as my 30 seconds are up, I'll just give you one big thank you to all of you for a rad 4 years. Thanks, you guys.
Carter Phillips.
What's good? So when I first learned that we could give a speech at my brother's graduation 2 years ago, hi Evan, I had this great vision of how hard I'd work writing and memorizing it before my own graduation. But as I did with many things in high school, I put it off until last night. So you're getting this instead. So high school was kind of all over the place. I started at Pioneer freshman and sophomore year, and then I switched here. Almost switched back, didn't. It was kind of a weird, but you know, for me, high school was a time of getting to know myself, making friends, losing friends, getting learnt. And I'm really glad I was able to do that here.
Jonah Gutenberg.
I'd just like to say thank you to everyone in the audience. That's it.
Josh Martins Caulfield.
Okay, so this wasn't in my speech, but Nick just reminded me of this. So you're looking at the fastest forum for the last 3 years in the relay. We just didn't win because of baton drops and stuff, but I just want to say that. So anyway, first of all, I wrote this in my little communicator booklet, so shout out to the communicator. So I wasn't going to write a speech, but then during the rehearsal today, I decided that I would. So the last hour, well, the hour before I came here, I was writing this. I quickly came to realize that my time at community was like the relationship between a Kardashian parent and their kid. They're never there, and they're way too famous for their own good, just like me. You know, I was never at community because I was at Pioneer half the time, as Manisha knew, to her very much discomfort. And I guess I was too famous for my own good, I don't know. I got the best of both worlds going to community and Pioneer, and even though I was initially reluctant to say that I go to community, I now say it with pride because community is a great place and I treasure my experience here. With that being said, I'll end on a Kim Kardashian quote. I love the sun, but don't have the time to put a good tan on and keep it year-round, so I'm a huge fan of tanning products. Just kidding, that's not my quote. Here's the real quote. Both by Kim K, by the way. I'm totally growing up. Thank you.
Robert Morton.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone, and I'd like to thank Jason Knight for teaching us that there are no stupid questions.
Andy Tappenden.
Yeah, when I was like trying to decide what I wanted to talk about for the last thing, I kept thinking about like the farmers market on Wednesday, and also last week was kind of like the last farmers market community day. Also basically like my last day of high school, almost. It was like Wednesday, so it was like second to last day. And we were just like all walking around, and it was like kind of raining, and there were like flowers everywhere because there always are. And I was like holding the mug of one of my friends with like coffee, and like my other friend got this like coffee order for Steve, and like it was just like the most beautiful farmers market day, which is like any farmers market day because they're all the most beautiful. And it was just like almost the end of high school, and I don't know, there were all these details of like this wonderful moment that I'm trying to describe at the very end of a wonderful high school experience that I will probably never be able to fully describe just how good community is. And this isn't even about community right now, this is about the farmers market, but which is kind of just like the community of community, like the memories and the people and the beauty, which will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Katie Parr.
I just want to say thank you to community and all of their amazing teachers for the best 4 years.
All right, up next, the Forum of Ken McGraw. Graduating with the McGraw Forum, Elena Bernier, Emmett Hune, and Mira Simonton Chow.
I'm so proud to present these graduates. Elena Bernier.
Going to community has been a wonderful experience. I woke up every day excited to go to school, which is something I feel very lucky about. I want to thank all my teachers for always being there to help and inspire me, and also I want to thank my friends and family for all the love and support.
Emmett Hune.
Hey guys. I'd like to thank the Academy. I mean, like, I realize that's, there's a lot of thank yous flying around, but I think that while I was sort of writing this speech, I sort of write down names of people who I wanted to thank. And I realized eventually there was a certain point at which I had thanked like 99% of the staff, and I was about to do the last name, and I was like, wait. Every single class that I've had, and even some experiences that have not been within classes and things like that, all the teachers here, all the students have taught me something about other people, about myself, about the world. And I think the most important thing that I've learned in this 4 years is the skill of growing. There we go. That's the little speech.
Up next, the Forum of Mr. Robert Morgan. Graduating with the Morgan Forum, Arish Challen, Benjamin Chambers, Marika Chup, Jonathan Corcoran, Alexander Cunningham, Ella Edelstein, Jonah Eichner, Kel McCullough, and Shannon Thomas.
I'll keep it brief, but this is actually a really, really special graduating class for me, personally as a forum leader, because I started my forum 4 years ago. So this is the first group of seniors that have spent all 4 years in the Morgan Forum. So without further ado, Shannon Thomas.
So I wrote a speech, but I'm not going to read it because I'm too nervous. So I just want to say thank you to my family and especially the teachers for helping me throughout these 4 years.
Cal McCullough.
Dear Steve, yes, this is that letter, and I do expect a grade. That said, I never expected much from you, or even community as a whole. Not that that's a bad thing. I came in with a blank slate, and I'm leaving with a slate scribbled with heartwarming events, special friends, and crushing letdowns that define me as a person. Steve, you are not a crushing letdown. You and that first photography class still stand in my memory as a monument to what I am now. You didn't stop at leading lines and natural framing, but you taught me that a teacher can be a friend, and you taught me to see the light. I mean that one literally. The one thing that keeps me grounded, keeps me personable, and keeps me downright happy is going outside and taking a nice long look at the world. And Steve, I have you to thank for that.
Jonah Eichner.
Thank you.
Eris Challen.
I'm so grateful to have attended such an open-minded, challenging, and loving school. Thank you so much to all of my mentors, Jack, Quinn, Robert, Steve, Rebecca, Marcy, Judith, and so many more. Community taught me how to be the person I am today, and has supported me in all aspects of my life. Thank you.
Introducing Ben Chambers.
I would like to thank my parents and my teachers, but specifically Robert and Quinn Strassel for always being there for me and supporting me and pushing me to do things that I would not have done otherwise.
Marika Chupp.
I would like to thank my teachers for, over the course of high school, somehow teaching me to love how to learn, because I think that if anything is going to take me anywhere in life, it's going to be that, and I got that here, so thank you.
Johnny Corcoran.
Hi, I'm going in both blind literally and figuratively. So, I'm going to thank the man right next to me for supporting me and being an inspiration and entertainment all throughout my 4 years here. I want to thank Judith for teaching me the importance of cooking, because you can't live without it. And lastly, I want to remark on how important community has shown me the importance of community, because there's so much to learn and be taken from all these people that we know out here. So I'm just happy to have gone through the CR program and learned how much people want to teach.
And of course, Alex Cunningham.
Okay, so I couldn't really think of anything to say, and I've kind of got this speech in the hallway ready to walk up the stairs, but thank you, Stefan and Quincy. This one for the boys!
There we go.
Up next, the Forum of Courtney Kiley. Graduating with the Kiley Forum, Madeline Jellick, Emily Lancaster, Jacqueline Mortel, Maddie Oye, Aaron Rogers, Sophia Rosewarn, Julian Seeberger, Gabriel Tazar, Meghana Tumala, and Stephen Wright.
All right, I'm so honored to be up here with these graduates. You guys ready? Okay, Stephen Wright.
I would just like to thank everybody that's helped me over these past 4 years.
Meghana Tumala.
First off, thank you, Courtney, for being the best school mom ever. You have been there when I needed you, and I couldn't have done it without you. As an incoming freshman, my biggest worry was how I didn't know what I wanted to do in college and beyond, because I liked too many things. When I told this to John Boshoven during my first counselor meeting, he said, and I paraphrase, "There is nothing wrong with liking everything. In fact, use your time here to try new things. Once you're in college, you can figure out what it is you're truly passionate about." Thanks for that meeting and the like-minded teachers at Community, I have tried so many new things. Whether it was taking my first CR in astronomy because Interstellar was a little confusing, or taking a dance class for the first time with Emily Lancaster, who you will see later tonight. She's an actual dancer, so you can imagine how that went. Because Community provides a unique environment, I was able to have the courage to branch out, and I know I will continue to do so, and for that, I'm forever grateful.
Gabe Tizar.
What comes to mind when you think of the word community? For me, it is reading Dr. Swift's Twitter feed on the night before finals week when a winter storm is blowing in. For one beautiful night, students from all AAPS schools come together to beg for a snow day, half day, or whatever Janice can afford us. Given I am a senior and no days can be added on at the end of the year, you can bet your bottom dollar I was on that Twitter page each and every night that week, cheering on the mob. In all seriousness, being in a community means feeling accepted and becoming welcoming among strangers. Having only been here the last 2 years, somehow community has been my home away from home. Thank you to all who have made it that way, especially Courtney. I will conclude by announcing my bid for the 2020 election race. Thank you.
You got it, you got it. Julian Seeberger.
Hi, I really want to give a big shout out to Manisha just because there's this one moment in the fall that I was really sick and I ran into Manisha at Sweetwater's and she bought me a tea and it meant a lot to me and it just made me feel like she really cared about me. So yeah, thank you Manisha. And thank you Courtney because I love Courtney.
Sophia Rose Warren.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. I had a great 4 years at Community, especially Courtney. And shout out Scuddy.
Maddie Oye.
I don't really have a speech prepared, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that has made this 4 years so special, especially you. You have helped me grow so much as a student and as a person, and I just want to say thank you so much. And also, thank you to all my family that came out from Florida, New Jersey, Ohio, and yeah, all, up there, over there. So thank you so much for all your love and support.
Are you?
Aaron Rogers.
Hi. Well, I've had 3 forum leaders in the entire 4 years that I've been at Community, but I want to say thank you to all of them, but especially Courtney because I love her. She's like my second mom. She's done a lot for me and helped me get through this school year especially, and yeah, I want to say thank you to all my teachers because they just really pushed me through the year and helped me a lot. So, thanks.
Jackie Mortel.
I would like to thank my family for always encouraging me and supporting me with my dreams. And I would like to thank Courtney for being an amazing teacher, a true friend, and an awesome forum leader. And thank you to all of the staff and students who have made my 4 years of high school so amazing.
Emily Lancaster.
I would just like to thank Community for all the amazing memories that this place has given me and for all the amazing people that I have met here. So thank you.
Thanks for your letter. Ready? Madeline Jellick.
Okay, so I can't say anything without first thanking the person who has hands down done the most for me and given me the most unconditional love and support, my mom. I love you, Mama. Also, thank you to my sister for always being there for me, no matter what. But as for community, I'm so thankful for a school that has truly prepared me for leaving and being ready to experience new things and new adventures. I know a lot of people are very sad and scared to be graduating, but I feel truly ready and excited to begin my future, and I'm so thankful for a community for preparing me for this day. I also want to say thank you to my dad and all of my family, friends, and boyfriend for supporting me and loving me. I could not have made it through the past 4 years without all of you. Thank you.
Up next, the Forum of Ed Kulka. Graduating with the Kulka Forum, Phoebe Bowles, Abigail Gaze, Sky Gamzu, Logan Gorman, and William Shermer.
Phoebe Bowles.
So this is my third time attending a CHS graduation, and since my sophomore year, I've struggled to think about what my 30-second speech would be. And I really didn't find anything until a few weeks ago after Just Desserts. Everyone was trying to kick me out and make me leave, but as I kept washing disgusting garbage water off of my hands, I couldn't stop. I kept washing and washing, wasting water and seconds, as I tried to convince myself to walk out the door. I couldn't take my eyes off the empty theater. I couldn't drag myself down the last flight of stairs. I couldn't open the door into the cold downpour that waited for me. I would have kept scrubbing those floors for an eternity if it meant I could stay for just a second longer. But I knew I couldn't. And just as much as I wish I could stay here in the safety of Community High, I know I have to walk out the door into the cold, dark rain and be thankful for every experience I've had.
Abby Gaze.
So coming to community was the best choice that I almost didn't make, and that would have been such a mistake. I've gotten to explore my academics, the city, relationships, and who I am in ways that I never would have been able to elsewhere. I'm so thankful for this crazy mess of people we have here that make it special. Thank you to my communicator family, thank you to my forum, and my teachers and friends. I've truly loved these last 4 years, but I'm ready for the future. And I might be wearing green, but go blue.
Sky Gamzu.
Thank you to my teachers and my family and my friends. Thumbs up.
Logan Gorman.
Hi. So Ed, I wasn't originally in your forum, but I think switching into your forum was one of the best decisions I made because some of the conversations we've had have been like the most memorable of my life. You're just a really down-to-earth person, and I'm gonna miss you a lot. So thank you, Ed. Thank you all to all my teachers. Thank you to my family. That's all. Yeah.
Henry Shermer.
People, random people, that's what we were. It's strange to think that the only reason we're all here is because our names were drawn out of a hat. It's strange to think that all these random people, all with different strengths and weaknesses, ideas and interests, identities and hope, come together to form this school. Community has this amazing ability to welcome each and every individual with open arms. It brings out the best in us, allowing us to show who we are on the inside, rather than making quick judgments based on what we show on the outside. I'm ever so grateful that my name was John and I was one of these random people. Thank you.
Up next, the Forum of Cindy Haidu Banks. Graduating with the Haidu Banks Forum, Sam Selesky, Leah Fleming, Oliver Fuchs, Maddie Gracie, Blake Turner, Sasha Verlone, Catherine Weiss, and Emma Zielinski.
So it is with a great deal of joy that I present to you this beautiful group of graduates from the Hyde Banks Forum. Sam Shashelski.
The most important part of community that I'll take away are the student-teacher relationships, and I would like to thank Ed Kolka, Ann Thomas, George Lancaster, and all of the wonderful CR department for helping me create an education that I felt connected to.
Emma Zielinski.
If you know me, you know I get everything done far before it's expected of me. However, I couldn't write this until the last minute because I couldn't believe that I was actually here and this was actually ending, and yet here we are. And I realized the only reason I'm ready to graduate and leave all these friends and teachers behind is because all these teachers and friends have helped me grow into the person that I am today, and I'm gonna miss all of you so much, but I carry you with me always.
Maddie Gracie.
I just want to thank you to all my family and friends who helped me through the past 4 years with anything I needed. And all my teachers, especially Cindy, for being there for me. If I was like in the hallways just walking around, I would just go in and talk to her for as long as I needed to. So, yeah, thank you.
Blake Turner.
I would just like to thank my family and all the teachers and staff that make community so great.
Sasha Verlan.
Perfect pronunciation. Great job. All right. I came to community because I was excited about the level of freedom given to students. I was ready to go to a school that students were more than happy to attend. Now, standing on this stage, leaving my last mark as a student of CHS, I can say that community fulfilled those objectives. Community allowed me to take control of my education. This level of academic responsibility is what I believe has propelled me to what I am today. I'm thankful for community's connection to U of M that I feel privileged to have taken advantage of. I'm going to miss camping at Crooked Lake with my forum and cooking up the best hobos and bacon strips ever. I want to thank Jack Wagner, wherever he is. Shout out to him. For never cutting me any slack, for entering the program so late. I would not be nearly as good as a guitar player without him lighting a fire under my butt. Lastly, I want to thank community for being its weird, quirky self. Thank you.
Catherine Wise.
It's been an experience. I just wanted to say, Cindy, you look great tonight. And thank you, community.
Leah Fleming.
All right. Yeah. So I know if I give a speech, my mom will be really angry with me because she doesn't want to hold this up any longer than necessary. But I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't thank every single exceptional teacher that I've had over the years. I never thought I'd be able to go to a school where every single teacher was a dynamo, but I did. So thank you all so much.
So we do have another graduate from our forum that couldn't join us tonight, Oliver Fuchs. I want to say we love you, Oliver, and congratulations.
And now a message from Quinn Strassel. Quinn, where you at?
I'm right here. Hey.
He's right behind me. Quinn Strassel.
Hi, everybody. I'm Quinn Strassel, director of our school's theater group, the Community Ensemble Theater. Come on up, guys. Our spring musical this year was Disaster, a parody of 1970s disaster movies that featured many hit songs from the 70s. Tonight's performance will be a medley of a few of those songs that we thought were appropriate to the message of saying goodbye and other things appropriate for graduation. The show takes place on a doomed casino boat featuring loaded with lots of strange characters, including a singing nun with a gambling addiction. We hope you enjoy tonight's medley of, I should take my time and make sure they're ready. Tonight's medley performance of our spring musical, Disaster.
Never can say goodbye. No, 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 I never can say goodbye. Every time I think I had enough and start heading for the door, there's a very strange vibration piercing me right to the core. It says, turn around, you fool, and though you love him more and more, tell me why is it so?
I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. No, I can't forget this evening or your faces you were leaving. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but from your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows.
Don't wanna let you go. Never can say goodbye, but oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. Oh, I never can say goodbye, but oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Never can say goodbye. No, 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 no.
We've been together since way back when. Sometimes I never want to see you again.
You ain't the only one missing.
But I want you to know, after all these years, you're still the one I want whispering in my ear. You're still the one I want to talk to in bed. Still the one that turns my head. We're still having fun, and you're still the one together every day.
Except the 2 years she was in the Y. Remember, I looked at your face every day.
This old mug.
But I never saw it till you went away.
Anchors away.
When winter came, I just wanted to go. Deep in the desert, I long for the snow. You're still the one that makes me laugh. Still the one that's live at a half. We're still having fun, and you're still the one.
Changing our love. Even though we grow old, it grows new. You're still the one that I love to touch. Still the one I can't get enough. We're still having fun, but you're still the one. You are still the one who can scratch my itch. Still the one, and I wouldn't switch. We're still having fun, and you're still the one. We're still having fun. And you're still
All right, so we can get a new father back to his baby in the hospital. We are going to have the Matt Johnson Forum up next. So the Matt Johnson Forum, come on up. In the Matt Johnson Forum, we have the artist formerly known as Jeff Cameron Burris, Daniel Giampetroni, Michael Pascas, and Isabel Roosevelt.
All right, I am so excited to celebrate these graduates. So excited, in fact, that I ducked out for an hour from my 10-hour-old baby to be here. But they are absolutely worth it. So I'm going to start Isabel Roosevelt.
I'm very honored to be standing up here, not only for the 4 years that we've put in for work for this, but also because Ruth Bader Ginsburg has also stood on the stage, and that's pretty cool. So thank you for everyone for all of the help you've given me over the past 4 years.
Jeff Burris.
I'd just like to say that I really like the person that I am today, and community has made me the person that I am today. So I thank you very much, especially Matt, Quinn, my lovely girlfriend, and my amazing family. Thank you so much.
All right, Dan Giampetroni. There we go, Dan Giampetroni.
Thank you to everyone, my teachers and my friends.
And lastly, Mike Pascas.
I'd like to thank the institution of Community High School. And also Matt.
Next up, we have the Wiley Forum. In the Wiley Forum, we have Kylie Brooks, Nino Brown Moore, David Therbach, and Aaron Von Bargen.
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to serve as a substitute on behalf of my dear friend and colleague, Elena Flores, who is no longer with us, but this was her forum. And so I have a privilege and honor of serving on her behalf. The first student that we have is Aaron Von Bargen. He's an excellent athlete and a scholar and a gentleman.
I'd just like to say that the teachers here are some of the best people I've ever known, and so thank you.
Next student is Nino Brown Moore, one of the finest artists of our time.
Just want to say thank you, Profe, because without you, this year would have been a complete disaster. Also, I want to say a quick thank you to Skittles for making this year tolerable as well.
And the lovely Kylie Brooks, also senior.
It's hard to sum up the 2 years that I've spent here in a speech that lasts 30 seconds. But I just wanted to say thank you to my parents, thank you to the art department, thank you to everybody who's been there.
Thank you.
Thank you to the color-coordinated Wiley Forum. Up next, we have the West Forum. Elena Chagnovich, Ethan Kahana, Jennifer Kriskowski, Celso Morales, William Panich, Elijah Shore, Minna Tremonti, and Maxwell Westrom. again, Mike.
Okay. Oh. So it has been, like Robert, these young people here are my first forum that I've been with all 4 years. They've really contributed to helping me make the West Forum the best forum. So, Lady Shagovich.
Thank you. I never truly understood the word community until I stepped into the hall my freshman year. The amount of compassion and kindness other students showed me, despite having just met me, helped me realize I was in the right place. Community has given me a home where I can grow and thrive without fear of judgment. My teachers and classmates continuously push me to be the best version of myself I can. I have learned so much through everyone I've met during my time here. And I know that no matter where I go or what I do in my life, community and these people will always be my home, and for that I am so grateful. And for my parting words of wisdom that will ring true generations from now, West Forum, Best Forum.
Ethan Kahana.
The teachers are what make this school special. I always enjoyed walking on the 3rd floor and seeing the smile on Mo or Manisha's faces as I waved to them, or getting to know Christia during my 4 great years in her forum, or doing math aerobics and calc with Ann, or sitting in Jack's class laughing as I heard him say, "Give me a second to subtract, I mean add up your scores." God. No matter how busy the teachers here may have been on a given day, they always made a huge effort to share a laugh with their students and truly try to get to know them. William Arthur Ward said that the good teachers explain, but the great teachers inspire. The teachers at Community have inspired me to be a better student and person. Thank you to the wonderful teachers and my wonderful family for all your love and support.
Jennifer Kriskowski.
I'd like to start off by saying thank you to my parents, because without them I definitely would not be where I am today. So Mom, thank you for staying strong, and Dad, thanks for always being my rock. I'd also like to thank a couple teachers that have grown very close to me over the past 4 years. Courtney, thanks for sharing your love of science, and thank you for getting me through the tough times. Christia, thank you for being our awesome West Forum Best Forum leader. And Marcy, thank you for always putting the extra effort into everything you do, from teaching to being my amazing school mom. Thank you.
Hey, Christina.
Hey,
How's it going?
Celso Morales.
Okay, I didn't prepare a speech or anything, and my mom wants me to keep it short and sweet. So, thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
oh,
Celso.
teachers too.
Yay!
So.
All right. I can't believe I'm getting through this without crying. So do it, Will. Okay, Will Panich.
So when I was trying to think of words to describe my time at Community, I drew a blank. So I'm going to use someone else's. My brother, after his very first day, when I asked him how he liked his new school, he said, "It was pretty cool, I guess." And so, to all of you, staff and students, friends and family, thank you for being pretty cool, I guess.
Elijah Shore.
This could take longer than 30 seconds. So I'm sorry about that. All you guys want to go home? For years ago, I thought that I wouldn't talk at graduation. I thought it would be like too hard, and that it would take too long. But this school taught me that sometimes it's worth it to take the time to think about what you're doing and what you're saying. So thank you to everyone who helped me watch Marcy comics horror film. I just want to say that that finally happened, and it was super good. So thanks everyone.
Yes, we are. Great job, Elijah. Great job. Deep breath, honey. Okay. You gonna follow that?
I guess I have to.
You
so.
have to. Mina Tremonti.
I was actually really nervous after deciding to come to school with none of my middle school friends, but it's the best decision I've ever made. Community has made me a more confident, independent, knowledgeable person, and has given me great friendships. I want to thank all the people that has made the 4 years just so special and so memorable. Thank you. West Forum, best forum.
All right. And Max Westrom.
I just want to say preliminarily that I invented the phrase West Forum, best forum. So.
Yes.
I thought that my experience at CHS was the most change and probably the most formative period in my life. And I am so glad to say that it was, the vast majority of it was for the better. I found myself, my friends, and my career here, which is amazing. And I owe a lot of that to the teachers who have supported me and vigorously pushed me to get stuff done. And I will point out that I actually owe Christia money, so. Yes.
You do not owe me.
So I owe a lot. I can't thank you enough. West Forum, Zebrotics, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, up next we have the Levin Forum. We have Batul Ajin, Quincy Jenkins, Talon Khanna, Sophie Lady Straka.
It's my pleasure to have inherited these kids from the Mo Room, and I'm graduating them tonight. This is Quincy Jenkins.
My experience at Community was like an episode of Phineas and Ferb. It was a crazy adventure and a wild ride with great friends, excellent teachers, and a loving family who stood by my side. Thank you, Community, for a very memorable 4 years. Now, I also like to thank Ann and Mo. So.
This is Sophie Leite Straka.
I'd just like to say that I'm so beyond grateful I had the opportunity to go to this school. I think that it's probably a really unique high school experience to not only not dread going to school every day, but to actually enjoy it. And I credit every single student and staff member for making it that way. So thank you to everyone for everything. Yeah.
Batul Ajin.
Okay. I just wanted to say thank you to Community. Thank you to my teachers for always believing in me and giving me the extra push even if I didn't ask for it. To Dean Marcy for being a second mother to me, to my friends, family, and Meha for always making me laugh, and Pre-Calc for always making me cry. Lastly, I wanted to give the biggest thank you to my parents. You are truly the greatest people in the world. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be whoever I want to be. And to my mom, you are the strongest person I know. I know we have gone through a lot this year so far. So I don't know how to say it, but I love you so much.
Talin Khanna.
You know, these past 4 years have been the best of my life. From the second I walked into Community to being here up on the stage with all of my caring and humble friends, I appreciate anything that's been done for me to move forward. From teachers to siblings, Kelsey, and parents, thank you.
All right, next up, the Janelle Johnson Forum. Nico Bachman, Julianne Cooney, Ava Esmail, Gina Liu, Kaylin McGuire, Phoebe Malampi, Terrence Vick, and Benjamin Wingard.
All right. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Wait, I gotta say your name.
Right.
Okay, let me present my forum. Nico Bachman.
All right, so I just want to start by saying I didn't actually get into Community the first time around. I had to wait for other people to say no. And I'm really glad that they did, because that would mean that I didn't get to meet everybody who really helped me grow into who I am. And, well, this forum might be leaving, but Jaybirds fly forever. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, congratulations, my man. I'm so proud of you. All right, you ready? Julianne Cooney.
I am just really glad that I chose to come to Community. These past 4 years have been so formative. I've met the best friends of my life, and I think Community has really helped me become a better person. I cannot thank all my teachers enough. Janelle, oh my God, Courtney, Steve, Matt, Robert, Manisha, you guys have helped me grow so much and have made this the best experience ever, and I'm so eternally grateful to all of you. My family, you are all so awesome and supportive. My parents, I love you guys so, so much. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you did it. So proud of you. All right, you ready, girl? Ava Esmail.
First, I would like to thank my family for all their constant support and love. I would also like to thank the Community High staff, especially Janelle and Brian, Rebecca, and Robert. Thank you all so much.
My girl, you made it in the class, girl. All right, you ready? Okay, Gina Liu.
Hi. I'm going to start with the perfect day at Community, which starts with getting a parking spot, but then walking into journalism, then seeing Janelle's big smile in forum, then enjoying lunch with my friends on the back lawn that isn't under construction. But not every day is a perfect day at Community. They don't try to hide that. We've experienced a devastating amount of loss in our 4 years here. But Community is here for us when the unthinkable happens or when things just don't pan out as expected. Community is that friend that listens and gives honest advice, and that friend that allows you to grow with them, not for them. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for allowing me to go here, even though you had no idea the school existed. Thank you for being my friend, Community. We all need friends like you.
Kaylin McGuire.
When I first got to Community, all of my friends had gone to Pioneer, and I was really nervous. I was terrified. I didn't know where I would eat lunch or who I would talk to. But when I got here, my forum, Janelle, my teachers, and new friends had their arms open to me and just made me feel really safe, and I learned a lot here. And I'd specifically like to thank Courtney, who is the best teacher I could ask for, and you supported me so much, and I can't thank you enough. I never thought I would miss high school as much as I know I will, and I'd just like to thank Community and Patty and Howard and my family for supporting me all these years.
Phoebe Malampy.
So today I was thinking about how much I wanted to go to Hogwarts when I was older, but looking back on these past 4 years, I figured I kind of did go to Hogwarts, and here's why. We learned the power of friendship. We were guided by amazing, unique, and sometimes crazy teachers. And I did, in fact, learn magic one time eating lunch on the first floor. It was a card game, but I figured it still counted. So thank you, Mom, Dad, family, friends, and staff for these magical 4 years. Couldn't have done it without you. Love you guys.
Yay! All right, Terrence, you ready? Okay, man, I can't put my arm around you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, Terrence Vick.
I'm giving honor to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I thank everyone who has made my community experience everything. In memoriam to my grandparents, Nanny and Good Guy, I thank them for their prayers that are helping me to stand where I stand. I thank my mom and my dad and their prayers and their love. They are my greatest supporters. Maya, all those who have imparted great things into my life. All that. Janelle, oh my goodness, this is to help me get my life together. This is her. I thank her so much. I thank Kevin, but I have to take the rest of this time to thank Jack Wagner. If it was not for Jack Wagner, I would not be at Community. I would have not done what I have done. I have ventured out many places. I have learned so many things, and it is all thanks to him. He is my inspiration, and I love him dearly, and I will never forget you, Jack. Thank you.
Okay. Ben Weingard.
So I hope it's obvious at this point that Community is a pretty special place, and I'm incredibly grateful for getting to play even a small part in its story. I really want to thank Tracy Anderson and Christia West in particular. You guys probably literally changed my life. And thank you so much. And of course, my lovely family.
All right, up next is the Kilgore Forum. Tolkien Bagchi, Liberty Bonovich, Ben Klingenpeel, Giuliano Fantibasso, Eric Hughes, Cameron Schnitzer, Eve Shikanov, Zavulia Frankis.
All right, I'm gonna miss this group. Are we ready? All right. Zavuya Tally.
Hi.
thank you very much to especially my parents and also David, because you're here. You've done a good job. And to my grandparents and to my Aunt Maria and to my cousin Jessica, thank you all for coming. I'd also like to thank a few of my specific teachers. Laurel, you can't let Latinos Unidos die, okay? If you do that, I'll come back and I'll be mad at you. Also, I'd like to thank Ed and Ann and Craig because they were all my math teachers, and I would like to thank Brian because he is a good counselor, and Brett because he is a forum leader, but he also has babies that he has to take care of, so, you know, he's doing a good job.
Eve Shikanov.
I just got oddly nervous up here. Okay. Dear community, while I probably would have been fine going to any other school, I don't think that I would have thrived and grown as much as I have here. I've made my lifelong friends within your walls, and I've learned many lessons in and outside of the classroom thanks to these amazing teachers, many of which I hope to carry into college and beyond. You will always hold a special place in my heart, but we must move on to grow, to learn, and to explore all that life has to offer and all that life has in store for us. I wish each and every student here success and courage to pursue their dreams and make the most of what community has given us. As a wise Jewish man once said, L'chaim, to life.
Cam Schnitzer.
I'd just like to thank my biggest supporter, Lexi.
Tolkien Bagji.
So when I first came to community, I was very skeptical and really unsure of how I fit into all of this. And, you know, I still am, but I have had a fantastic high school education. And I particularly want to thank my mother, Janet Yellen, and Brandon Jackson.
Libby Bonovich.
I just want to say thank you to everyone here tonight, and especially to Quinn and Brett for being awesome forum leaders.
Ben Klingenpeel.
I'd just like to say thank you to John Boshoven. Early on in freshman year, Eric and I wanted to make a film, and he was willing to star in it, even though he didn't know us or what he was getting himself into.
Giuliano Fontibasso.
It's crazy to think there's already been 4 years, walking down the halls, not knowing anyone, and really just meeting, even from personal fitness. You start off, you meet people, you keep expanding. Every day it was a new adventure, and it's been the most chaotic, but the most insightful, and I grew so much over these years. And I have to thank all my closest friends, all the staff, all the teachers, for not only being an amazing teacher, but also being a great friend. We could always be able to sit down after class, even if it was late, like 40 minutes late, and just talk for hours. It was nonstop. And from starting off at Zibrotics, it was wonderful. Thank you, Christia. Thank you, Brett, for leading the legacy that was Quinn Strassel and Strassful. But I want to also thank Steve, you've really helped me bring insight to what it means to be in art class alongside Alex, who've helped me grow and like being outside of just being a math person and really enjoying doing art and really just expanding and seeing perspectives. So yeah, thank you for everyone, and it's been such an amazing year. So I hope to see you guys all soon, so thank you.
Eric Hughes.
I would just like to say that when I inevitably become chairman of the newly established Communist People's Republic of the United States of America, I will likely send the entire upper class to the gulag to partake in hard labor for the rest of their lives. However, I am also aware that in this room there are many members of the upper class currently present. So this puts me in a bit of a difficult situation, as I would rather not tell all of you to your faces that in 20 years you will all be in the gulag. Because of this, I've reached a compromise. Instead, because all of you have been so nice to me over these few years, I will give all members of the upper class in this room amnesty. Due to your kindness and hospitality, none of you will go to the gulag. You're welcome.
We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those three words are said too much and not enough. And if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into light. Let's waste time chasing cars around our heads.
All right, moving along. Up next, the Forum of Danelle Mosier. Graduating with the Mosier Forum, Ari Barajas, Nananko Fujioka, and Ayo Susi.
I'm so proud to be announcing these amazing graduates. Ayo Susi.
As I say my last words about this school, I'd like to acknowledge how much of a privilege it has been. If I'd continued to go to Skyline after my sophomore year, I know I wouldn't be the strong woman I am today. 2 years in the school has taught me how to be mature, responsible, and emotionally healthy. From my immediate family to my other family of Sandra Ohan Yosmani, to every teacher and student support, whether it was just a smile or actively helping me succeed. I wouldn't be here standing on this stage for this school if it wasn't for these kind people and for this kind school. Thank you. I wouldn't think that I would be that person to say that I would miss high school, but I am. So thank you.
That's so sweet. Nanako Fujioka.
Hi. Community was my dream high school ever since 5th grade. I remember thinking community was this magical, colorful place full of freedom, picnics, hippies, and most importantly, genuine connections. It's safe to say that community has met all of my expectations and more. I feel privileged to have gone to a school with a smaller community because I believe I wouldn't have been as outgoing, creative, annoying, and unafraid. I want to thank my mom for always taking the time to understand me, my dad for supporting our family from miles away, my sisters for guiding me through high school, and Danelle for being the sweetest, and my best friend of 11 years for sticking by my side even until this very moment. Thank you so much, and I miss you, community high.
Oh, you're gonna make it up. So sweet.
Ari Barajas.
Hello. Okay, so over my 4 years at Community, it has made me feel more than the lottery number I arrived as. That being said, let me speak about chance. For many of us, Community was not our default path. Even if you may not believe in an arbitrary force like fate or fortune, there's no denying feeling lucky to be amongst our peers and teachers. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Danelle. Thank you, Ann Wright, for supporting me. In a relatively small community, a limited space, there's more than enough love to build a foundation for my future success. Thank you.
Up next, the Forum of Tracy Anderson. Graduating with the Anderson Forum, Elena Queen and Isabella Yerkes.
It's my great honor to introduce to you two graduates who I've had the luck of being with for the past 4 years, Bella Yerkes.
Tracy once told me you should write your graduation speech after you attend your first community high school graduation. Mine was last year. I ushered it as a junior. I took that advice with me as I watched my friends take the stage and realized I couldn't do it. The idea of leaving community was just as unfathomable to me then as it is now, even as I stand on this stage in front of you. I can't imagine never having another lunch on the back lawn. I can't imagine leaving my caring and passionate teachers who never failed to be there for me. I can't imagine leaving every friendly face I encountered in the halls. Regardless, I must, and thanks to community, I feel prepared for the real world. Community has encouraged my curiosity and made me a more open-minded and well-rounded individual. Anyone who knows me knows that each day I thank God for two things: that I'm not in the class of 2020, sorry, still love you guys, and that I didn't go to Pioneer. Thank you. Oh, wait. Shout out Scuddy.
And Lainey Queen.
Hi, I'm Lainey. Some people might know me as LQ Tang. On the first day of school, freshman year, my mom told me, "You got this," as I reluctantly stepped out of the car. To be honest, I didn't have it, but I quickly learned that at community, that was okay. It was okay to not constantly be okay. I always had unconditional support from my parents, my friends, shout out Scuddy, my teachers, especially Marcy McCormick, and my peers. For that, I'm eternally thankful, because now I know that as we say goodbye to community, I can wholeheartedly say we got this. And my baby brother, who for some reason decided to attend Pioneer next year, I forgive you, and you got this.
Up next, the Forum of Steve Carone. The Carone Forum is graduating Miguel Clement, Nicole Diaz-Pazua, Allison Garcia Hernandez, Mary Graboski, and Fiona O'Reilly.
Spread
This is like the power of positivity and hard work, these folks right here. Some of us really struggled, right? And we did it. And I'm so very proud of you. Fiona O'Reilly.
Thank you, community, for teaching me so much and allowing me to grow into the person I am. From the endless opportunities you've given me to the new experiences and adventures. Although my time at community has come to an end, the lessons I've learned at this school will always be with me. Thank you to all the teachers and staff who care about us as students, but most importantly, as individuals. Thank you to my mom, dad, brother, family, and friends for all your love and support. And congrats to everyone. Thank you.
Hi. This is Allison Garcia Hernandez. Can you believe this?
No.
What?
Okay, so there's a lot of people that I want to thank, but I don't want to be here all night. So I'm going to use this moment to say thanks to my parents. Ma, pa, yo sé que cada día trabajan mucho para mis hermanos y yo, así que primero quiero dar gracias por eso. Pero también quiero decir gracias por todos los sacrificios que hacen y por las vidas que dejamos en México para que yo tenga la oportunidad de estar aquí. Gracias. Thank you.
Nicole Diaz Petsua.
Okay, so first I'd like to thank all of my teachers for tolerating me and supporting me even though I know I wasn't the best student. And my forum leader, Steve, for always being there and believing in me. I don't know how I could have done all of this without you. And then, sorry. También quiero agradecer a mi familia. Siempre, oh, sorry in advance if you don't know Spanish. Siempre me han empujado para hacer lo mejor que podía hacer. Todo lo que quería es para hacerles orgulloso de mí. Entonces espero que lo he hecho. Mi corazón está en tu corazón y los amo mucho. Gracias.
Made it. Yep.
Miguel Clement.
I think that the people make the place, and I think everyone here can agree with that, because what makes community truly special is not field day or the sport game, which I won. It's not even the apple fritters that they sell at the farmer's market. You know if you've had one. I think it's our staff, because every day they come in and they make such an effort to be our friends more than just teachers. And I want to say thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Up next, the Forum of Judith DeWaskin. Graduating in the DeWaskin Forum, Linus Brush-Mindell, Camille Conrad, Claire Middleton, Aviva Satz-Kogis, and Emma Weingarten.
Hard to say goodbye to this amazing group of seniors. The first one, Linus Brush-Mindell. Wait a minute. Linus Brush, say it. Mendel. Sorry, I knew I was going to screw up one name. Sorry.
Okay, so I was sitting at dinner trying to decide between steak or tacos. But then I thought to myself, I feel like the community thing to do would be to get the locally sourced organic salad. But I really didn't want a salad. I then realized the real community thing to do is to be myself. So I got the steak. Thanks, community.
Sorry about that. I'm just as Emma Weingarten.
It's probably it's probably a really good thing that I didn't bring a pen, because I probably would have rewritten my speech about 18 times at this point, but we're just going to go with what we have. I don't think many high school students would say that they consider their teachers as their friends, but I think I speak for the rest of my class when I say that community high teachers make wonderful, beautiful friends. The kind, loving, and supportive teachers are what makes community community. So to all my CHS teachers who have taught me over my 2 years at community, thank you. Thank you for listening, appreciating, and respecting my ideas. Thank you for offering me comfort and support whenever I needed it. Thank you for laughing and joking with me. Thank you for providing a connection and friendship I never thought I could have with my teachers.
Thank you so much. So sorry. Aviva Satz Kogis.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, community high school is a magical place. These past 4 years, I've had more fun and learned more than I ever thought I could. And I'm endlessly grateful for the opportunity to be a part of something so special. I genuinely enjoyed going to school every single day, and I don't think that would have been the case anywhere else. There's nothing I love more than hanging out on the 3rd floor in between classes. I love community with everything in me, and I just want to say from the absolute bottom of my heart, thank you.
Oh my God. Claire Middleton.
Looking back at the last 4 years, there have been a lot of ups and downs. High school isn't easy, and it wasn't for me. It's a time of a lot of transformation and growing up. But when I think of my time at community, I always picture myself smiling and being genuinely content. No matter what I was going through in my life, I could always count on community and to be my second home. I also want to thank every teacher that I ever had and every teacher I didn't ever have. My forum family, Judith, my family, and all my friends, and shout out Scuddy.
Oh, you guys. Camille Conrad.
Community taught me how to be a friend, how to care for others. Community taught me that learning can be fun. Community also taught me to push myself. But most importantly, community gave me a second home, a second family. So thank you, community. And thank you to my family and friends and all my teachers. Thank you, Judith, for sticking around long enough to see us graduate. Shout out, Scuddy.
Goodbye, guys.
Up next, the Forum of Diane Dudley. Graduating with the Dudley Forum, Neil Capuano, Corinne Cristiano, Anna Sophia Dinov, Emily Hadrill, Zoe Lubetkin, Spencer Morgan, Quinn Perkins, Mackenzie Quigley, Abigail Roberts, Juliet Snyder, Caitlin Stout, and Ellie Vandermark.
I'm so proud to present the Dudley Forum graduates, Camp Dudley. This is our right hand, Ellie Vandermark.
I just wanted to thank Diane Dudley for being the best forum leader I could have ever asked for. I switched into this forum 2 years ago, and I could not have asked for a better forum. I would never felt like an outsider, and I always felt like I was part of the family. Thank you for being here for me whenever I needed you, and also for sneaking my dog into school once. Sorry, Kevin. But yeah, I don't know where I would be without you, and I just wanted to thank you for being here.
Thank you. And I want to hear about your trip. Caitlin Stout.
So I got into community in my junior year, and I had to make the decision very quickly. But I'm so thankful that I just decided to go for it and that I was placed in Diane's forum because you guys have been amazing. I'm also so thankful for all the amazing teachers who have helped me figure out what I am most passionate about and just have helped me grow so much as a person these last 2 years. So thank you.
Okay, I'll go behind you. Juliet Snyder.
I've spent a lot of time these last few weeks reflecting on my last few years, and one moment always comes to mind. It was my first day of school freshman year. I was sitting in a pew at St. Andrews, and I was terrified. I was surrounded by strangers. I literally knew like 2 people coming in. And I was wondering what the next few years would bring. And as I leave high school, I find myself feeling much of the same way, nervous and worried about the next few years. I can only hope it will be as amazing as these last few years have been. I came to community with strangers, but I'm leaving with friends. I know that because of my teachers, my amazing forum leader, and my friends, that I am ready for what comes next. Thank you.
Abby Roberts.
Another great dress. Thank you. I really loved every day at Community, and I have so many teachers to thank for that. But I couldn't imagine doing any of it without Diane. She made sure I was prepared each year with only the best classes. Looking back, I remember at the end of sophomore year, Diane told me and Mackenzie that she didn't want a forum anymore. But I'm sorry.
No.
But she stayed. But she stayed, and I'm so thankful she decided to continue because
That was in confidence?
Because I'm so thankful she did, because I couldn't imagine doing it without her.
Mackenzie Quigley.
All right. Woo. Thank you. Before I say anything about Community, really quickly, I would just like to say happy birthday to my brother. He turned 26 today, which is cool. He's 26, I'm 17. Can you guess who the whoopsie baby was? I'll give you a hint. It's me. Anyway, there's one in between us, I promise. I wasn't a whoopsie baby. Okay, anyway. I forgot. Okay. So talking about Community, it's so crazy that I'm here graduating from Community High School because I can vividly remember being in 8th grade and telling my mom that there was no way I was going to go to the stoner school with all the weird but smart kids. And while that statement is half true, and I will let you decide which half is true, I don't think I've ever made a smarter decision sorry, than when I chose to attend Community. This school has had such a monumental impact on my life, and I am so fortunate to have had such a positive high school experience. I want to thank all of my teachers who have been absolutely incredible over these past 4 years, and I would like to say a special thank you to Matt Johnson, who's not here, yay, babies, for always encouraging me to try new things with my writing, Robbie Stapleton for being the best DAG facilitator ever, and for being a huge role model for me, and of course, Diane Dudley for being the best forum leader and for always giving me so much love and support, and I truly don't know where I'd be without her. And my final thank you goes out to Kevin and all of the people in the main office who never towed my car every single time I illegally parked in a staff spot. So it was me all those times. So thank you again, Community.
Quinn Perkins.
No. I would like to emphasize the amount of support I have received from every single staff member and student from this school, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you, everyone.
You know you are. Oh, I love you. I love you. And this is our anchor, our tug-of-war anchor, and our forum anchor, Spencer Morgan.
Wow. These last 4 years have truly been the only years of my life where I had teachers who truly cared about me. All the teachers I've ever had. I love you all. Thank you so much. Huge shout out. Manisha, Marcy McCormick, Kevin, and of course, Diane. Y'all were like y'all were like my rocks. I could talk to y'all about anything. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
Are you ready for that? All right, Zoe.
Okay. An ideal day at Community involves a few things. At first, as Gina emphasized, getting a parking spot is crucial. Then maybe walking to the farmer's market on the way to class. The sun will be rising or already risen, and we can see it from the 3rd floor. In class, it's less about what we're learning than the people we are with, the teachers, and how it's weirdly fun to be here. At lunch, we'd all sit on the back lawn, and it'd be hard to make ourselves go back in. The ideal day at Community isn't a specific idea, but a series of small things, little moments going right because we're here with people who want to be here as much as we do. In some ways, it's because we're at Community together that it's an ideal day. Thank you.
Emily Hadrill.
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you to my parents for putting up with me this whole time, and my sister because she's pushed me to work hard. And I want to say special thanks to certain teachers of mine. I mean, all of my teachers, because you all have been great. But also thank you to Ann and Matt, who isn't here, and Christia and Diane for helping me, especially through this year, which has been really hard. So thank you.
So proud of you. So proud of you.
Anna Danav.
I want to start by thanking all of the wonderful teachers and staff here at Community for making me feel fully prepared going into college. And I want to thank my family and friends for always loving and supporting me. I'm so happy I chose to come here for high school. Thank you so much.
Our forum chef, Corinne Cristiano.
Okay, not gonna lie, I did finish this downstairs while we were lining up, and then also in the audience because I was having second guesses. But I just want to say these past 4 years have been quite the time, but there are always some memories that stick out the most when I look at the many amazing ones. And I have, and those tend to especially be the ones that come from being sleep deprived during programming and just theater in general. And those are some of the best. Costumes from Couch Pink and late night Steak and Shake and IHOP. Also just last night after the CET banquet, getting pulled over by a cop on a bike because Maddie was holding her head out the sunroof of my car and being told to make better choices. I honestly don't think I could think of a better way to wrap up my high school experience than a memory with my friends that will no doubt in my mind last forever.
Nature Ned.
All right. You gotta tell me which one. Is it that one? That one? Which one of these? Oh. Never mind. None of these actually have anything written on them, so I don't know why I'm asking. But so I was specific shout out to my parents right now, who told me in my 30-second speech I should do something memorable and meaningful. We'll see about that. My plan for my speech was that I've told many people among my friends is that I was going to come up and I was going to challenge the most important person in the room to a game of rock, paper, scissors. And now that I'm up here, I realize who that person is. And she's standing directly next to me.
You want to arm wrestle? And we also want to thank whoever for the basketball court. We love it, the big basketball court, so thank you.
You can't leave yet.
Oh.
Yeah, we have one more thing.
We have a gift from Diane to Diane in the forum for the end of the year.
Oh my gosh. Is this something to open up now? No. All right.
There's too many of them.
Later. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Who's next? You guys go.
Hi. There? Hi, I'm Thea. Second poem of the night. And I want to shout out Ellen Stone really quick. I wrote this piece in one of her workshops that she held during lunch for anyone in the school who was interested in, writing words. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Mama, I'm looking for some kerosene. There's a heat coiled in my belly like an animal. Feels like personhood, rather. The kind that says, feed me, and I'm ready. See, I've been learning how to grow for years now, and my teachers have been so full of warmth and light they illuminate hallways. My teachers are so good at funneling the light they hold, they turn whole rooms into cameras. Fed my burgeoning soul so much energy, I often find scraps hidden in my brain I didn't know were there. But I've walked the same halls long enough now that my steps take themselves. I think I've eaten my fill here, and I'm looking to become glowworm, lustrous. I want to scrape this fire that's been so well kindled in me out of my stomach and smear it all over my skin. Bathe myself in my own power, no longer vessel, I want to be walking explosion. But maybe this heat's alive. But I've been taught how to coax it, how to wave jasmine under my own nose, lure the womanhood up my throat, out of hiding, let it tumble out my mouth, humming with electricity, ready to chew up anything and spit it out fresh. Thank you.
All right, group 4. The Root Forum. Vladimir Kuklev.
It is my great pleasure to award this diploma to both the smallest and the biggest Root Forum graduating class, the Maker General of the Root Forum, Vladimir Kuklev.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta say, yeah. So I'm the only senior in the Root Forum, as is obvious. The whole time I've been feeling like a mix of impending doom and freedom. Not sure which stronger. And I would like to thank everyone who helped me. I would like to thank Chloe Root, Lauren, and George Lancaster being great teachers. And in addition, a shout out to Claire and Camille.
Hey! Next up, the Stapleton Forum. Isabel Espinoza, Grant Griswold, Emma Hoffman, Andrea Schnell, and Lydia Stevens.
We are a good-looking bunch. Yes, we are. Lydia Stevens.
I just want to say thank you to Community High, and thank you to all the teachers, especially Robbie, and all the people who have helped me go from a shy, nervous ninth grader to a graduate who is still a little bit shy and nervous, but is ready to move on to college and to life beyond. Thanks.
Andrea Schnell.
I was talking to my family about who has shaped us the most, and my dad said his dad, and my brother his dad, and as I reflected, I realized that there hasn't been one single person who has shaped me the most, but really Community High as a whole, and for that, I am eternally grateful because I love myself. And I didn't always before I came to Community, so I owe that to all the teachers, all the staff, administration, my peers. I wouldn't be who I am without you guys. I especially want to thank Robbie Stapleton and Quinn Strassel for always believing in me and helping me believe in myself.
Emma Hoffman.
It's hard to articulate the immense love that radiates from Community High, both from its staff and student body. As someone who struggles with both learning and social challenges,
You got this. You got this.
No, I'm done.
Do you want me to read it for you? This school has installed in me a confidence and sense of self I'm not sure I would have found on my own. And there's no way a 30-second speech could ever show my true gratitude for that. We knew this was going to happen.
You did great.
Grant Griswold.
All right. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my family for being here. You know, my mako, my grandfather, my brother, my girlfriend, my mom, my dad, all of them. They didn't need to come here, but they did. I appreciate them for that. All right. Second off, I'd like to thank the teachers. All right. All of you have made it such a wonderful experience to learn, and I can't thank you enough for that because you've just helped me. I've grown so much. Now, all of you guys, like all you people that I just see every day. Okay. I've made so many genuine connections to all of you. Just whether it's like deep conversations if you're close to me, or whether it's just looking, like sharing a glance at the hallway. Like there's just so much support and positivity from all of you, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So much.
Isabel Espinoza.
The fact that I could say thank you to pretty much everyone here, staff, students, family, tonight, speaks to the kind of school that we have the honor to go to, especially the families that I have been able to make in Communicator, CET, and my forum. But I'd like to give a special thank you to my forum leader, Robbie, for teaching me that no matter what, we show up.
Next up, the Stern Forum. Garnet Bernier, Francisco Fiore, Hunter Geyer, Thea Rowe, India Thomas, Nicole Tooley, Eleni Sadis.
I always start on this side, and I'm not rushing, Steve. I'm so happy to be up here. This is Eleni Sadis.
Hi. There are some really amazing people here, and I can't thank you enough for all of your endless love and support, and just for being by my side every step of the way. Naming them all would take a lot more than 30 seconds, but hopefully you know who you are. I love you.
Love you too. Nicole Tooley.
Community has shared so many moments of joy with me. I'm going to remember Liz tap dancing at 1 in the morning after watching Scooby-Doo with my forum. I'm going to remember it all. And while it saddens me the end is nearing, this is to know our community is so much greater than anything ever defined by location or time. For this is a family built on the bonds of friends who I know will always be there, and teachers I'll call mentors for life. And that doesn't last in a mere memory of a moment. No, that is something that I'll carry with me for a lifetime. I love you all so much. Thank you.
India Thomas.
Okay.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah, that's one thank you. I just want to say thank you to the staff and all of the students, I guess, and my friends and my family for putting up with my sassiness and my attitude and my sarcasm, of course. No. And I want to thank my mom especially because she got it all. Ma, I love you. Thank you.
Thea Rowe.
Entrance to community was luck, but the education I've received has not merely been a product of chance. I will eternally be grateful for all the care and effort put into nurturing me into a fuller person. I'm ready for what's ahead of me. Thank you so much.
Hunter Geyer.
Hey guys, man, these 4 years went by pretty quick. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet though. I wanna thank you, class 2019. Congrats on graduating. Thank you to my family, came out to support me and my peers. Thank you to all the amazing teachers at Community, and yeah, that's all.
Francisco Fiore.
Community High is not a new building. We don't always have the newest technology or the best heating system or the biggest budget for everything, but what we do have, what makes our school sparkle and shine, is the element that most people take for granted and underappreciate. They are all the teachers at Community High School. These teachers that make sure every kid succeeds. The teachers that make classrooms inviting and welcoming and not intimidating. They don't hesitate to stay after school to help and celebrate our accomplishments when they come along. They have shaped every single graduate sitting in the audience tonight, and me especially, and set the tone for a one-of-a-kind school environment. These type of teachers are as rare as rainbow zebras, but I guess Community is known for attracting those. Thank you to each and every teacher. I would not be here without you. Special thank you to Mo for making math so understandable, Liz for making such a great forum, and Judith for inspiring me to go into English. Y a mi familia, los quiero tanto y te quiero mucho. Muchas gracias por todo.
Garnet Bernier.
So for my entire life, people have told me that I'm indecisive, and I could go into detail and give examples, but ultimately it's understandable and I accept it. However, a week into junior year and after 2 years of split enrolling from Pioneer, Community called me and told me my name had come up on the wait list, and I had one of the easiest decisions in front of me. I am so, so grateful for officially joining the school, grateful for fantastic teachers and staff, and an amazing forum leader, and grateful for a place which just doesn't just tolerate individuality, but encourages it. And thank you to my family who continue to support me, challenge me, and who have allowed me to develop into the person that I am today. Thank you.
All right, last but not least, the 2019 Tug of War champions, the Thomas Forum. Julia Ammer, Julia Babayev, Chloe de Blasio, Ava Millman, and Nora Mutanen.
I'll hold it. Yeah, definitely last but not least, these 5 strong women brought us to victory. It's so exciting. This is Nora Mutanen.
When I first left Finland, I had no idea what I had put myself into, but now standing here and realizing that it's been an experience of a lifetime. Thanks to everyone.
Ava Millman.
Well, the good news for all of you is that we're almost done here. But we're almost done here. And the last 4 years have been filled with field days and forum days and calc tests and communicators. And I just need to thank all of the teachers and faculty, Tracy, Kevin, Marcy, and of course Ann, for making my time here so special. Leaving here will be far from easy, but I'm excited to see what the next chapter brings.
Chloe de Blasio.
Thank you.
Julia Babayev.
Thank you.
And Julia Ammer.
I still vividly remember the day I found out I got into community high school. I screamed quite loudly and was literally jumping with joy. Community not only lived up to everything I envisioned, but exceeded it. The relationships I've built at this school and memories I've made will always hold a special place in my heart, and I truly cannot imagine spending the past 4 years anywhere else. A thank you really isn't enough.
Nice work.
Sorry, I took the long way back up this time. Thank you for coming and making such a special event for our kids. Thanks for everyone who participated in this. There's a lot of individuals who work behind the scenes tirelessly to make this event happen. So I want to thank Amy McLaughlin and Brian Williams for hosting us tonight. Look at them. Gretchen Eby for every detail. Certainly our jazz director, Jack Wagner and the CHS Jazz Band. And the biggest guy behind the scenes, everywhere, all the time. His job title never, ever, ever encapsulates it. I always say Kevin is our everything. Kevin Davis is behind everything at Community High School. Guests, we're wrapping up. All I ask is that you remain seated while our graduates, faculty, and honored guests process out of the auditorium. Families, you can meet your graduates in the auditorium lobby at the steps. Thank you for coming tonight. This concludes our evening.